What's going on, Jake Paulers? My name is Said Ahmed, and I'm back again with another YouTube video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different, a little bit of a step away from our regularly scheduled programming. I will not be filming any YouTube video showing my screen, showing my charts, all that jazz. Today's video is going to be like a sit down and talk with. Oh, 1 second, I have to make the thumbnail. All right, that's going to be the thumbnail of the video. Okay. Yeah. So this video is going to be a little bit more different. I'm going to be talking really about my struggles with trading, currently struggles that I'm going through right now. Not the struggles of the past, but ones that I'm going through right now, because I feel like it's important. And also, if you think that my screen is tilted in any sort of way, as you can probably tell from up here, for some reason this is straight. It's hung straight. I swear I know how to hang something, but I don't know why it's tilted. I have no idea. My setup's weird. So please forgive me for the tilted camera or whatever that might be. But yeah, so the struggle I want to go through is really talk about the Ftmo challenge. As you guys may have seen or heard from previous YouTube videos that I've talked about, I have talked about potentially doing the Ftmo challenge coming up in August. August is going to happen next week. And I was thinking about doing the Ftmo challenge, but July has been a terrible month for me in terms of trading. And that makes sense, June, July, August, these summer months tend to be a lot more ranging of a market. And because of that, what ends up happening is that since I follow a trend following system, I don't perform the best. Now, that's nothing to worry about, obviously, because over the long run, my strategy has an edge. And that's not the issue. The issue is really that I don't think I've been as consistent as I should be. And I am getting a lot more consistent, which I'm very proud of myself for doing. But I don't think I'm as consistent as I should be. And I don't want to start a Ftmo challenge and then just fail because I'm not consistent, because I'm not in the right trading psychology, trading mindset and everything. Now, I have talked to you guys about how I've been trading for 3 years now. And excuse me, a lot of you guys might be thinking like, well, isn't 3 years enough? And it's coming up on 3 years, not exactly 3 years, right? But I don't know, honestly. Would I consider myself a successful trader right now? Not really, because I can't pay my bills just through trading, right? I don't make enough money to do that. I don't make enough money consistently to do that either. So what I would say is trading is difficult and there's no reason to rush anything. I definitely believe that the Ftmo challenge is something that's difficult and something that is psychologically very taxing. And because of July, I have decided not to switch my strategy, but kind of tweak my plan a little bit. I might have talked about this before, but I used to risk 2% of my account per trade. And I'm thinking about not doing that anymore. I'm thinking about only doing 1% on my account per trade, because losing streaks can definitely, honestly, if I have an Ftmo account, I'm going to end up losing the account because of the losing streaks, right? I mean, I ended up losing like 5 trades in a row or something. So that will end up being, and that's normal, right? That is completely normal that's going to happen to you in trading, right? You don't think too much of it. I mean, just follow your plan. You're going to be ahead over the long run. But if I lose 5 trades in a row and I'm risking 2% of my account per trade, well, there goes my account. I only have a 10% drawdown with it. So knowing that there's a potential to lose my account, it's pretty scary, honestly. And I don't want to potentially get to a point where I can get an Ftmo account and get funded from Ftmo or other prop firms and then lose the account simply because of the fact that, I wasn't following my rules, or I was following my rules and my rules made me lose the account. And I think that would be a lot more detrimental to me, honestly. Just having the chance to get funded, being funded, having all this hope, of changing my future and changing my life and becoming a full-time trader and everything, and losing that account. Because, for a lot of people, including me, funding is the way to really go, right? A lot of people don't have 6 figures of capital just sitting there, able to do whatever they want with it. And honestly, if you do have 6 figures of capital, please don't touch it. Please do not touch it unless if you've proven yourself to be very, very successful, right? But yeah, so to talk about it, I don't think I'm ready for the Ftmo account. To get back on track to this video, I don't think I'm ready. And that's perfectly fine. Honestly, I think it's really important that as traders, we have these kind of sit-down talks, even if it's just talking to yourself. I mean, I'm talking to you guys, quote unquote, considering the fact that this is a YouTube video. However, At this current moment while I'm filming, it's only me. It's literally just the camera reflection staring at my face, versus reflection staring back at me. So I am targeting myself. And it's pretty important as traders to know and have that self-awareness when you're ready and when you're not ready, because trading is difficult. Trading is a journey. It is a marathon, not a sprint. And honestly, if you're here watching this YouTube video, chances are that you don't know one that day trades for a living. Then you have no one to guide you, essentially. And it's very difficult when you have no one to guide you, because you have to figure things out on yourself. And when you're figuring things out on yourself, I think it's very important to be a lot more, you have to be taking risks, but you have to be a lot more cautious in the risks you take, right? So I don't think it's, if you're like on the fence about starting a challenge, if you're on the fence about anything, honestly, when it comes to day trading, please make sure to take a step back, right? Don't think about the thing for a couple of days and then reanalyze the situation with a fresh mind, reanalyze the situation and think about everything afterwards, right? So think and really deeply think about the entire situation. What's going to happen if you make the change? What's going to happen if you don't do this thing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, what's going to happen if I don't take the challenge next month in August? Nothing, right? I still have the opportunity to take the challenge the next coming months, right? I will probably be a lot more happy because of the fact that I won't have the stress of taking the Ftmo challenge. It will definitely suck when I take it next, of course, because all the chances are I'll be in college, and so I'll be a full-time student. But that won't be as worse as taking the challenge when I'm not prepared and losing the account, because that would take a huge toll on my confidence and my trading psychology. So I'd much rather wait 3 months or a couple of months at least, and take it when I'm entirely ready. And I believe that the metric you should see or you should aim for is 3 months of profitability. If you can have 3 months of profitability in a row, that's about a quarter of a year, and track your statistics and everything. And if you can do that, then I believe you are ready for an Ftmo account. Now, honestly, it might just be the fact that maybe I potentially was ready for an funded account, or at least trying to take on the challenge, but my 3 months would have ended in the summer. And again, like I said before, the summer is a very range of market. I was trading before and everything was going fine. It could be that, or it could be just the fact that I'm not ready at all. You don't know. So I would much rather just wait until after the summer, get another 3 months in, hopefully of profitability, and then go on from there. There's no shame in it, guys. Control your ego, guys. Okay, trading is very, very difficult. Trading is a huge challenge. It'll affect you in every aspect of your life. It'll affect you socially, mentally, physically. So please, whatever you can do, please make trading easier for yourself. All right. Control your ego. Again, ego and greed kill everything. And you don't want those two things to affect the way and what decisions really you're making. So please, if you are thinking about a challenge and you might think you're not ready or whatever, please don't end up taking the challenge if you're not ready. All right, just wait. I don't know if I told you guys this before, I probably have, but the first Ftmo challenge I took was back in, when was it? I think like April or 2021. I think that's when I took it, right? And so April of 2021, I came in. I only had been profitable for 1 month. Is that crazy? I was profitable for 1 month, and then I took the challenge. And the issue was that I wasn't even like profitable, obviously, just from 1 month, but the profits that I were making wasn't even, I wasn't following my trading plan. Like I was trading and just kind of going willy-nilly, and it was working, honestly. So maybe there was something there, but I just wasn't following my setup. And so when I did start to follow my setup, I obviously wasn't ready when it came to the challenge, and I just blew the account straight away. I mean, the only profit I made a 30% gain on one trade on the account, and that was literally because I made a mistake on which pair I was trading, and I just happened to get lucky. It was literally just like that. So after taking the challenge and literally blowing the account right away, I definitely lost confidence in my trading. Those dark thoughts start to get to you, like whether you're ever going to make it or not, if this is worth it, if you're ever going to be successful, is trading even for you, all those things. My trading psychology took a big hit and everything, and I just want to avoid that. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, yes, you have the potential to make a lot of money, thousands of dollars, even tens of thousands of dollars a month after getting funded, trading 6 figures of capital, potential of scaling up to 7 figures even. But, I don't want to, you always have to look at the risk as traders. Your risk is predetermined. My risk is losing $600, failing the account, and taking a huge toll on my mental health, trading psychology, confidence when it comes to trading and everything. And is that worth it right now just to make $10,000? Maybe for some people, but for me, no. I would much rather wait a couple more months, get a couple more months of profitability under my belt, and then try to partake in the challenge and hopefully complete the challenge, you know? So we'll see how it goes. Honestly, from now, I'm probably going to take it in August. Not August, I mean October. I'm going to avoid taking it in August and taking it in October. And just another thing I want to talk about is I kind of feel like a failure, not going to lie. I've been putting off this challenge for months now. And that's simply because I have no confidence in my trading. I wasn't as consistent back then. And so I'm kind of happy I did put it off because now I'm a lot more consistent in trading, obviously, but now I'm going through a losing streak. You kind of feel like a failure, right? Because you have all these goals that you want to hit and you're not hitting them. You know, I keep on saying like, oh, I'll take this challenge in April and then I'll take it in June and then I'll take it in August. And I keep on having to push it back for various reasons and you start to feel like a failure. And I kind of know why I'm pushing it back, right? It's definitely a smart decision to be pushing it back. I'm not like going to complain and be like, no, maybe I should take it anyways, but it is a smart decision. It just kind of makes you feel like a failure because you have goals that you want to hit and I'm not hitting any single one of my goals. But I know it's for the best. I know I have to do stuff that I don't want to do and I don't want to push the challenge back because of the fact that I can make so much money from it, but I know I have to because that's just the ultimate good decision. So yeah, make sure to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. That's about it for this video. And let me know your thoughts down below. Peace out, guys.